Hi, Cancer. This is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here today to do your May 2019 general reading. So this is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. These messages are going to be for clarity, closure, and support along your path. These messages may or may not resonate with you, so please take what resonates, leave what does not. You should not have to force it. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, much love and many blessings as always. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'm just grateful to be able to do this for y'all. So with that being said, let's see what we have going on. We are going to go through each week. We're going to go through 4 weeks so you can see what you may experience that week that's coming, what you need to be focused on, what you need to embrace, and anything in between. So I hope everyone's doing well today. And let's see what we got going on. So we're going to pull from a couple different decks. We have the Angels of Abundance, the Archangel of Power, the Lover's Oracle, and the Earth Warriors Oracle that we will be pulling a theme card for the month of May. So let's see what we got going on. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on the first week of May 2019 for Cancer, please? Way too many, y'all. I kind of feel like Cancer is all over the place right now. Like almost this spread thin feeling. So maybe you're trying to accomplish a lot at once. You might be feeling a little overwhelmed. Yeah, so there's definitely some time for reflection in the first week. Your guides are asking you to take a divinely guided change, and there could be some fear about financial issues, like, okay, am I going to be supported moving into this? Am I going to have the money in order to do my purpose, this business, this activity, this hobby, whatever it may be for you? But there's a time and a place for everything, Cancer. So when it comes to the first week, it honestly feels like, if you're definitely one of those Cancers that have been spreading yourself kind of thin, this is the time to really come back to self, right? Taking that time to really go within and, take a breather, really figure out what it is that you have going on and where your priorities need to be, how you actually feel about these changes. And it's okay, we do get scared, but sometimes we got to push through that, because the ego will create fear in order to not get us to change, because it stays with what is comfortable and familiar. And sometimes we need to know when to really break outside of that box, right? So, oh goodness. And me being at my friend's house, if the cards drop, I have to go way further than I would anywhere else. So, good morning, Christina. Well, good afternoon, whatevs, it is. It's morning, it's day, it's afternoon, it don't matter. But it looks like, the way that it's kind of coming out, it's like, okay, manifesting cooperative partnerships, right? Yeah, exactly. What else? But yeah, I swear it felt like one flew out. I guess it didn't. Okay, they're playing tricks on me, y'all. But it feels like you're on this on this path of creating cooperative partnerships instead of feeling like you're competing with everyone around you, right? And this is a big change for Cancer. You know, you might be spending too much time worried about other people and why they're not doing so well, but you're not really taking enough time to ask, why aren't you doing so well? I mean, when's the last time you asked yourself, what does my soul need at this moment? So ask yourself that today when you come across this video. What does my soul need to do the work? Okay. So you can't expect change and abundance to happen if you are not willing to do the work. If you are not willing to step into inspired action, if you are not willing to take a good look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you and I believe in you and these changes we're making together, you know, to say that I'm deserving of new opportunities that are going to be abundant for me. Like, what are you saying to yourself? What are you creating in your reality on a day-to-day basis? You need to fight for that light, Cancer. Don't put so much time and energy into other things that are just draining your energy and not supporting what you need to be focused on, right? And that's self, it's growth, it's opportunity, and being present enough in the moment to enjoy what is actually happening in front of your face. That's the thing. If you stay so focused in the past or in the future, you are completely robbing yourself of the here and now. And then we wonder, why aren't we experiencing these things? It's because your mind is so many different places. You're not here. You're not here. And it's hard to experience things when you're not here. So take that into consideration and let go of guilt. All those coulda, woulda, shouldas, what ifs, all that, just let it go, right? Because there's nothing you can do about it now. And the only control that you have is how you choose to move forward. What are you choosing in that moment? Are you taking a breather enough to say, hey, I might have reacted a little shitty on that situation, or I was projecting in this situation, or I let my fear and insecurities get the best of me. I should have gone about that a little differently. I should work on that. Okay? That's the truth bomb. Yes, Christina, I feel you. So a lot of the theme is going to be letting go of guilt for you, though, Cancer. So when you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Exactly. Thank you, Spirit. So let's get some clarifiers on these. So this first week we have quiet retreat. Take a divinely guided change. Oh, you're going to have to speak up. Speak up, Cancer. There we go. All right. I can feel it now. Okay. Speak up, Cancer. Okay. I hear you. So when it comes to these resentments that you might have, whether it be about money, financial stability, whatever it is for you, think about what you have resentment towards and listen to those emotions, because your emotions are teaching you things. And if you haven't seen the post that I made about what your emotions are trying to tell you, you should definitely read it, because it is so true. And it helps you kind of break down like what those emotions are actually trying to tell you about what is under the surface with those feelings coming. So no matter what the resentment is for you, it's telling you that it's time to look at these resentments in a different way. And how can you use the knowledge of your past to help kind of shift and mold you to a better way of thinking and feeling through the processes? So And taking that time for yourself is going to help you realize that. But you have to make time for you. You have to. I mean, I was saying that earlier this morning. I was getting so busy worrying about everyone else's stability and growth and getting through things that I wasn't even remotely taking care of myself the way I needed to. And I needed it. And let me tell you, going away for 3 days and not turning on my phone, like not having my ringer on, was beautiful. I was so in the moment that I didn't even think about looking at it. And when I'm here, that's all I want to do is just stay distracted. And that's why I want to travel, because I want these experiences. So no matter what that is for you, it's about the law of attraction. What is it that you want to bring in? What do you want to experience in your life? And have enough courage and determination to ask for it and open your arms to the possibility, right? It's about being open. You know, yes, faith, listen, faith goes a long way, because when you believe it to your very core, you know it's coming, it will. But sometimes just taking that step to being open to that possibility, especially if you're not familiar with the law of attraction, it's about opening the possibility that it could. And when you open that possibility, the more the momentum builds up, right? And then we're like, okay, I can start to feel it. And that's the thing, you have to feel it. Like, what does it feel like when you think about this opportunity, right? What do you want your overall energy to be when you receive this opportunity? And go into that, feel it, and be like, oh man, if I only had this job, if I had this opportunity to travel, if I had this relationship. And that's the thing, we all have to be safe and secure with where we're at and what transition we're going through. The more we can come into that acceptance mode, and like Christina said, receptive mode, it's very true. Like, you have to be okay here. And the more that we work on ourselves and release these resentments and the animosity and the things that we have picked up over the years in order to protect ourselves are no longer serving us. They're only hindering the process. Once we shed all that, then we can come to this place of, okay, I'm a little clearer. This doesn't work for me anymore, but this might. Let's bring that opportunity in. If I have that opportunity, what am I going to feel like? And that's when you really start to get into that law of manifestation, is not only being clear, but feeling it and knowing that it's come, or at least being open to the possibility that it is. So you need to know when to take that step. And you need to know when to take that rest. And I think I've said that for Cancer before. But the more optimistic you are about these opportunities coming in, are going to help bring those things to you even faster. So let's see what else we got. And I feel like you already know which way you need to go, Cancer. It's just more of you doubting yourself. Because you're at a crossroads and you're trying to figure out who fits in my life, what fits in my life. I've already been through so much, but you have to be willing to let go of one way of being in order to embrace another. And that's the part of the whole awakening process, I feel, is like slowly letting that staff go. We clung on to this way of being for so long that it's hard for us to fully release it, because we don't know any different. So over time, you tend to really figure out what's been holding up the process and why you've been feeling a certain way. And when you realize that this doesn't make me feel good, this doesn't support me in any way, why am I doing this? When you can challenge your own thought process and you can feel it in your heart and allow your heart to guide you, you are going to be so much better off, and you'll be able to feel into who has better intentions for you. You'll be able to say, no, that doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? Or this opportunity is better for me, and not hold any guilt about walking away from any situations that are not serving your highest good. And that's the difference between knowing when to step back and when to step up. That's all I'm saying. So in week 2, you have words of abundance. So be very, very careful of how you speak to yourself and those around you, okay? You have the ability to instantly manifest. So if you're saying, and listen, I used to be guilty of it too. I am a mess. My life is a shit show. I'm busy all the time. I don't have time. I don't have money. I'm broke. All these things that used to really drag me down. And I've noticed that over time, I'm saying them less and less and less, because I'm finally accepting my life for what it is, and I'm opening up to those possibilities. I am deserving of all the abundance that this world has to offer for me. And the more that I accept my truth and step into my power, the more that I am seeing the signs, the synchronicities, and the miracles around me. So that is a good way of putting it, Christina. The universe is eavesdropping on everything, and that is the truth. They hear, they see, they sense everything. You cannot get away from spirit. There's no way. They are there always, and you just can't. You can't get away from them because they're energy. They're everywhere. So if you think that they can't hear what's going on in your head, if you think that they can't feel what's actually going on inside, you're wrong. You're wrong. Because I've had them call me out with a quickness on things that I never even told anybody. Like, I couldn't look myself in the mirror. I had so much shame for myself that I couldn't even look in the mirror and be like, you're beautiful. I love you. Like, that was not a part of my lifestyle. It just wasn't. And, I finally gotten to that point where it's like, hell yeah. I get you. I see you, Jess. Get you some. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. So yeah, the more that you accept yourself for the way that you are, and quit talking down on yourself so much. And if you don't believe in yourself, who is? Like, the energy that you are vibrating is a reflection, or your environment is going to be a reflection of that. So if you're seeing chaos everywhere, the chances of things being chaotic inside are very likely. So be aware of that. Now, some of you could be dealing with a Libra, going through some sort of court case, divorce, or just trying to find balance. But there's a sense of, things coming back around, especially when it comes to things that need to be brought up to the surface to be healed, right? So we have the Justice card here. And this is telling you, don't give up. Fight for equality. Fight for justice. Do what is right and just. And that's for you. Okay? That's not for anyone else to decide, Cancer. And that's the one thing that I've had to learn too is, we tend to listen to other people to tell us what is right, what is wrong, what should we do, give us validation of what we feel is right. But what if someone says, no, that's not a great idea? It might not be for them, but it is for you. You don't know. And even if it doesn't turn out, you probably learn from it. So look at everything from an observant standpoint. You know, it's okay to hear other people's opinions, but you don't have to accept them as your own. And you damn sure don't have to get validation from someone for you to move forward. Even if someone tells you no and it's something you want to do, move into it anyway. You will learn something, whether it turn out in your favor or not. But there's always things that are happening to create balance. And sometimes we have to get a mix up. We have to have those tower moments for us to get that reality check, be like, bitch, you done way off your path. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we need that. We have to have things to fall apart in order to come back together in a more solid foundation. Now, when it comes to the Page of Cups here, I feel like, you know, even if it's, okay, so I'm getting a couple different scenarios here. Some of you need to heal over a Libra, okay? And this is about like listening to the emotions and the downloads that are coming in about the emotions you feel when you think of this Libra, right? And instead of going into, oh, well, that bitch, or, you know, that asshole, blah, blah, blah. It's about going into a state of forgiveness, a state of understanding. Like, okay, well, you know, you couldn't give me what I needed, but I couldn't give myself that either. And I forgive you for not being able to step up to the plate because I couldn't do it myself. Like, there's always room for compassion and understanding in these situations. Oh, wow, Christina, that's crazy. But it is finding balance in this situation and being gentle with yourself and each other. And that's why those words of abundance, because it is instantly manifesting. So if you are going about it in fear and anger and guilt, then you're going to get more of it. But if you can come to a state of understanding and forgiveness, you're going to learn much more from love than you are from fear and anger. So it's all about how you want to go about that situation. Now, for others of you who are going through some sort of separation or divorce or finalization, again, still coming about it in a you know, compassionate review, but the page is usually about messages. So I feel like this is a message to you, Cancer, about learning to trust your heart, learning to follow it wherever it may lead you. You could be getting a lot of psychic downloads. This woman, she seems to be covering herself up too. Like, don't cover up your emotions anymore. It's time to release those and create balance, because it feels like things have been out of balance for a while. Okay? So using the words of abundance and law of attraction, you can help shift your vibration by doing these, saying some positive affirmations and, you know, filling your mind, body, and soul with positivity. And that is going to help shift that vibration so you can attract more of what you actually want. So then in week 3, we have cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There is no need to compete, as there is an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. So, you know, and the way that this kind of seems is like you're trying to attract more helpful relationships. And we're going to clarify this, but you might need to forgive a couple people in your past, including yourself, Cancer, so you can attract these helpful partnerships. You don't have to be in competition with anyone, because you're the only one that can show up to the table the way you can. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even if you have someone who is very similar to you in a lot of ways, no one is exactly the same, and you can't expect them to be. No one is ever going to be exactly on your page. So you're going to have to release that and understand that by following your truth, which most of us aren't, okay, in reality, most of us aren't. We're still conditioned. We're still breaking through a lot of these patterns and habits and self-limiting beliefs. You can't expect everyone who has gone through traumatic upbringings or, maybe really trialing relationships. Maybe there's people who just don't trust at all. There's no faith. No one is going to be able to see the world like you do. And you just have to understand that what's yours is yours, and no one can take that from you. So we have the Two of Swords. So you could be kind of over analyzing some things within your life when it comes to partnerships in general. But you need to make a decision, and don't procrastinate on this decision because you already know what you need to do. Lord have mercy, Cancer. What's going on? Okay. So we have the Page of Staffs and the Ace of Staffs there. Y'all making me work for it. Do the work. Okay. So this may mean that you're really going to have to work on this one, Cancer. So, this could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this is a page as well. So maybe there is a opportunity that is coming up for you that is not only seems very optimistic, it is something brand new for you, something that makes you feel very excited and passionate. But why are you questioning yourself? You need to make a clear decision. If you feel that this is a good opportunity for you, then move towards it, Cancer. Don't judge yourself so much that you feel like you don't deserve this opportunity, because from what I can see, it's going to be a good one for you. See what's on the bottom. Yeah, because they're taking you now on a new road. So this is probably something, yeah, especially with the Nine of Cups there. So, I don't know. Should I just stand up so I don't have to keep bending down? But this is a gift to you from the universe, okay? It's an opportunity for you to do something amazing and something beneficial with your life. Now, you also don't need to feel like you have to walk up in there with so much confidence that it's like egotistical, my shit don't sink, I know everything. No one knows everything. You walk in with an open mind, but confident in what you do know, right? And that's the difference. Like I said earlier, you don't have to fight for your presence to be known. You just stay present and comfortable where you're at and watch what a difference it makes. So that's going to be week 3. What's going on week 4 for Cancer? What work do they need to do? Yeah. Listen, there is so much new shit coming in for y'all. The Ace of Pentacles talks about, new career opportunity. Could be relationship as well. But it talks about something that is tangible. Something that, you see that is fruitful. That is a great opportunity for you. There's the damn air sign again. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, but again, they're all pages. So I feel like these are more messages. And, I can see that you've been through a lot, Cancer. You're going through this really hard time of cultivating your garden, right? You're getting prepared for things to end. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. I do see a lot of fire here. So Aries, Leo, Sag. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's a lot of Libra, Aquarius, and fire here. But there's endings and healing happening with a lot of people in your life, whether they be air, fire, water. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of healing around relationships for you in the month of May. So it's all about how open you can be to allowing this healing to actually come in and not be pointing fingers is what I'm hearing. Because yes, it is trialing, but you do need to stand up for yourself, set some damn boundaries, be clear on what those boundaries are, but also be forgiving enough to say, listen, I wasn't clear on my boundaries before, but these are my boundaries and I'm not willing to let you cross them anymore. Maybe I do need to take a break from you for a while. I don't know. Feel it out. See what feels good to you, what feels right to you, and just, allow yourself to go with the flow for a little bit. Okay? Don't fight it so much. Don't feel so guilty for making a decision for yourself, okay? So now I'm going to pull from the Lover's Oracle. Jeez, Lord. Okay, Cancer, y'all need to get it together. You and your emotions. It's like, bleh. And I've heard this with several Cancers too, that, the emotions really get the best of you, right? Yeah, it is. So it's hard for you to, sometimes our emotions can make things cloudy. We don't see things clearly when we're over emotional because usually our heart's trying to tell us something and we're like, no, but we want this. And we're like so conflicted. We don't know what to do with it. So, okay. 3. But there's no point in, listen, you don't need to put all your time and energy into other people and splooging out your emotions. Deal with them one at a time. Let things come to the surface. Allow things to come up for reflection and release, and figure out step by step, okay? The more you take time with it, the more successful you will be. If you try to rush to the finish line, it's like the tortoise and the hare, and I don't know why they're bringing that up, but maybe that'll make sense to you. Usually when we try to rush through things, we miss things. We miss the opportunities, right? By taking the time, staying persistent and dedicated, you can reach that finish line and you still get everything you want out of that accomplishment, right? So in week 1, we have healing, trust, and my beloved. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. And my beloved, even though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So there could be, this disconnection between a soulmate or twin flame where, you're just having to accept the situation for what it is and understand that both of you have a lot of healing to take place. But when you imagine both of you being surrounded in this light and holding that space, honoring that space for them to make those changes for themselves, not feeling responsible for those changes except for your own, that's where the power's at. And once you can accept the situation for what it is and release the attachment to the outcome and just go about your journey, go about your work, do the healing that needs to take place, and again, honoring and holding that space for them, you will see things automatically transform. In week 2, we have passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So once you move into that space of accepting the situation and, knowing that that connection's still there, it's not going anywhere, but you're not so focused obsessively on it anymore, your vibration is going to shift. And then you're moving into the words of abundance, talking better to yourself, building yourself back up and realizing your worth. That energy is going to change the whole appearance and vibration of self. So when you feel that energy lift, enjoy it. Go out, meet new people, be with friends, be with people who make you feel good, maybe be a little spontaneous. Understand that nothing is going to change if you just sit in a hole and cry yourself to sleep. Like, that's not going to do anything for you if this is something that you do regularly. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we do need that time to just let tears flow, but it should not be something that's happening all the time and you're not seeing any movement, you're not seeing any change. It's because you're still not seeing the bigger picture. Okay. So then when it comes to week 3, and this is talking about those partnerships, right? Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So maybe you get this higher vibration and seductive quality and you're like, you know what, I'm going to call my twin. Yeah, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to tell them everything, and how can they resist this? Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do it. Okay. If it feels impulsive, more than likely is, and it's not going to turn out in your favor. You can move about situations in a more dignified manner. Okay. He did that. See, I told you. And it wasn't received well, was it? Don't rush it. You don't have to rush it, Cancer. You need to be clear on what direction you actually need to take. And yeah, exactly. And it's probably because he knew he was rushing it and it was an impulsive decision. Which is a typical damn divine masculine. Might actually text me like 2 days before my birthday and then just ghosted again. It's like, just sent me a picture of my family shrimp boat. Like, okay, yeah. It just not. So, but when you allow nature to take its natural course, you allow things to come together naturally. And that's the thing. It's going to happen in divine timing. If you were to rush it and say, I want my twin here now, I want my soulmate here now, but you're not doing the work, then you are going to invite them and their baggage to your baggage and your shit show. Don't do it. Be willing to take that time for yourself and figure out what it is that you really need in your life. And then for week 4, we have power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. So if something is not working for you, Cancer, whether that be on your part or someone else's, you have the power to say, no, I don't want to think this. I don't have to live my life like this anymore. I don't have to run in fear all the time. I don't have to walk away from my truth because I know what I'm feeling is right. And that's the thing. Sometimes our emotions can get the best of us, that they scare us and they run, which is a common theme for divine masculine. But I know we do it too, divine feminine. So the more you come into your power, the more you realize we deserve joy. All of us do. It doesn't matter if you're divine feminine or divine masculine, or if you're not, if you're just a gentle soul walking this earth looking for love and companionship, it doesn't matter. When you realize your worth and you have that power to make any choice that you need to for your highest good, you will do so without feeling guilty and without feeling remorse. And you're just going to be like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is the direction I need to go in. And I'm owning that decision. Man, I'm telling y'all, spirit, and I know these messages are long, but spirit has been so high since I got back. Like, I'm just letting the messages flow. Just flow. Oh, thank you, Christina. Yes, we are responsible for our own joy. And that was one of my biggest problems. I was always waiting on someone else to bring it to me, and now I create it myself, and I love it. I do. I love my life. All right, dear Spirit, what is the theme for Cancer for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019? What can Cancer expect for this month coming up? Nope, there we go. All right, and climb down and get it. Feel like Aaron, if I'm not packing minutes in a search party, right? All right. Ooh, yes. So you are coming to this place of closure and acceptance, and it is time to cross the threshold, my friends. Okay. This is the Chakana card. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. A threshold appears, bringing an ending so complete that it is no longer possible to return to what has been. The light of the stars is your faithful guide into this new world. As you trust in your divine connection, deconstructed forms shall reshape themselves into relevant, helpful, and beautiful new ways of living, thriving, and expressing your true self. Trust in your strangest ideas and that which is different, inspired, and unconventional. This crossing is healing and furthers the activation of your divine potential. Change is afoot. You won't feel in control of the process. Trust in what is new, different, and exciting to you. Don't assume that unless all things happen easily, then you must be on the wrong path. You are on the correct path, even if the birthing pains to fulfill it are challenging. You are guided to reject societal norms about how you are supposed to live or what sort of things you are supposed to value. Instead, trust your own values and believe in the truths that you feel within your own heart. In time, the world will be ready to recognize and benefit from your spiritual growth. The universe is helping you in all ways, including through correct timing. At the right moment, you will leave the past behind you and enter into the fullness of the present moment, opening up to the brightness of your future. Wow. Wow. And I'm pretty sure that's everything I just said. So I love it when they tie it together like that. But it's true. You do not have to follow anyone else's beliefs or, seeking that validation from other people to say, yeah, it's okay for you to go ahead and step into your purpose. Of course it is. There is no reason you need to ask anyone else for permission. What's that saying? Always ask for forgiveness rather than permission. And that's pretty much the saying, okay? I would much rather be like, listen, I'm sorry and I'm not sorry. That's the thing. We shouldn't have to apologize for doing what is best for our highest good. And nothing that we do is going to intentionally hurt someone in the process. So as long as it's not intentional hurt, like you're going around fucking everyone over to get ahead, there are going to be people who might get hurt in the process. And it's because, people are dependent on you to not change. And it hurts when people have to change and leave other people behind. I get that. But it is not because you do not love them or care about them. It's because you're choosing yourself first, which you always should. You should never put yourself so far on the back burner you don't even know who you are. Okay? So with that being said, I hope that helps you, Cancer. I know it's a long one, but it is what it is. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, share, comment. Let me know how it resonates with you. And I hope everyone enjoys this May. It's going to be a lot of very significant changes for you, but I think it will be very abundant in general and life-changing, life-altering for you. Thank you, Christina. I'm so glad. And so please take care of yourself. Make sure that you're taking that time to really feel your way through everything. And yes, hey, Caitlin, it's a good one. Go back and watch it, girl. But yeah, I wish you all the best of luck, and thank you for showing up for me and for yourself, and know that it does take a lot to just step up to the plate and listen to these messages and really look at yourself and be like, yeah, I'm doing these things and it's time for me to change. That is always a great start. So if you can do that for yourself, congratulations for stepping into your truth. And I'm very proud of each and every one of you. So yeah. All right, y'all. I hope this resonates with you. And if anyone would like to support the channel, you know, if it wasn't for your support, I would not be able to keep these videos going. So make sure that you keep, you know, in contact with me. Like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment. For anyone who would like to leave a love donation, there is a donation link down below. And if anyone like a personal reading, you can get in touch with me at whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. I wish you all the best of luck and much love and many blessings to you all. Bye, Cancer.